matchup features the University of Missouri St. Louis and your Louis University Flyers. The GLDC seeks to establish and maintain an inclusive culture that fosters equitable participation for student athletes as well as career opportunities for officials, coaches, and administrators from diverse experiences and backgrounds. As we celebrate MLK Day this weekend and Black History Month in February, we're pleased to feature Lift Every Voice and Sing as our show of support and recognition of marginalized communities. The GLDC, Missouri St. Louis, and Louis will stand together as one to promote racial and social justice. As such, we invite you to join our continual efforts to listen, learn, lead, and love.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring with the harmony of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as
Fans, please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem. And now, let's meet the starting lineups. First, for the Trojans, at guard 5'5", sophomore from Goliad, Illinois, number 4, Jalissa Stokes. At guard 5'8", freshman from LaGrange, Illinois, number 11, Olivia Gonzalez. At guard 5'8", freshman from Kansas City, Missouri, number 12, At guard, a 5'9" freshman from St. Louis, Missouri. Coaches Emily Samuelson and her 11th season head coach, Amy Vaughn.
Welcome to Carey Arena for today's matchup. Your Lewis University Flyers versus the University of Missouri St. Louis Tritons. I'm Allison Lankwitz, joined by Colin McCarthy. Colin,
hello.
This should be a really good game today.
It should.
Yeah, both teams have been doing fairly well this season. The Flyers actually just ranked number 7 in the Midwest. They picked up some really good wins in their past season. They beat Grand Valley, the number 2 team, though they just came off of a tough loss versus Drury, the number 9. They're looking for some revenge, so they are coming out to play.
And the great thing about the Flyers season so far has been their offense. In the last 5 of 6 games, they've scored 70-plus points, even against Drury, the number 2 team, which they lost to. So if they can keep up their offense, they should be able to take another win to add on to their already impressive season so far.
We're already off to a really great start. Jump ball there. Flyers will inbound. Number 42, Stephanie Hart. Number 13, Jenna Badali with the ball.
Some good ball rotation. Grace Hilber at the top. Oh.
Good recovery there by number 13, Jenna Badali. Flyers still with the ball.
Shot clock's getting down. Ooh.
And Badali a little bit frustrated with that call there. Call is a travel. So 2 inbounds.
Something that was impressive against Missouri S&T was their ball movement and their passing, and they need to continue that. Catherine Schmidt had a great game. Last game at 24 points, 3 for 6 behind the arc, and adding onto our impressive season as a junior. Grace Hilber, the senior, didn't have such a great game, but she has been on fire as of late. We have a foul, a shooting foul.
Flyers foul number 42, Stephanie Hart.
And that is a foul on number 42, Stephanie Hart. She's going to pick up her first. And number 12, Amaya Blake, heads to the line.
First points for the Tritons.
Kat Schmidt to inbound to Badali. Hilber with the ball. Out to Galuza.
Galuza driving. Out of bounds. Tritons get possession. The Flyers seem frustrated early.
Yeah, it looks like they just have a little bit more communication that needs to happen right now, but staying pretty disciplined on defense, which is a good sign for the girls to start.
The Tritons playing behind the arc. First
Jalissa,
shot by Jalissa.
She sinks the three. Score is now 5-0. Tritons lead. And Badali's going to look to coach to see what play they will try. And she's going to take it herself. Really good look there by number 13, Jenna Badali.
She has been key in running the Flyers offense this season.
Stokes with the ball. Gets it out to Olivia Mason. Good save
Great
there
steal
by Galuza. Hilbert looks up court to Stephanie Hart. And a good combination there by Hilbert and Hart. Getting 2 more points on the board for the Flyers. Olivia Mason with the ball. Stokes looks inside. And number 24, Kira Stewart, doing a good job muscling inside the paint, but comes up with the travel there. Flyers to inbound. Badali to run the Flyer offense. Inside to Schmidt, back to Badali. Out to Hilbert. Not a bad look by Grace Hilbert. Doesn't fall this time. Stokes with the ball.
The last time these two teams played was in December, and Lewis started slow in the first quarter, but maintained pressure. Points by Jalissa Stokes as Triton moves up 7-4.
Yeah, and Colin, the last time these two teams met, it was a fairly close matchup. 3-point made by Kat Schmidt there. But the Flyers actually won that game 67-55, but pretty close matchup, great competition. I'm sure the Tritons are looking for revenge right now.
As the Tritons have been on decent form as of late. They've won 2 of their last 5, but 2 of their last 3 as well. So the most recent performance is great.
And that's going to be a Triton foul there. Number 24, Kira Stewart, reaching over the back of Kat Schmidt. Officials did not like that contact. We have our first substitution of the game. Lily Courier for number 42, Stephanie Hart. Badali with the ball. Hilbert.
Good off the ball movement. Great pass.
Great pass there.
Tried to get a foul with some contact, but official did not call that.
Great vision by Grace Hilbert. Outside to Olivia Mason. And a great rebound there by Kat Schmidt. Playing some really great aggressive defense right now, the Flyers. Hilbert with the ball. She pulls up. Does not fall. Courier with a great rebound pass to Kat Schmidt. Really great team effort there by the Flyers. Score now 9-7.
Kat Schmidt is coming off a great game of 8 rebounds and 24 points against Missouri S&T. She's looking to keep that form here against the Tritons.
And that's number 12, Amaya Blake. Good job getting inside there.
Flyers slowing down their offense.
Galuza with the ball, back to Hilbert. Gets it outside to Courier. Courier with 2.
It's a great way for Grace Hilbert to get that pass in the paint when pressured.
Yeah, Grace Hilbert, such a special player, such great vision. She can score, but she can also pass. Her defense and rebounding, great as well. Such a key part to this Flyer team. Gonna be a tough loss for the Flyers, as it is her last season as a senior.
Absolutely. And where she lacks in height, as the rest of this team is much taller than her, she is pure effort up and down the court.
as we see there.
Nice
Good
pass.
drive back to Courier. Does not fall.
Looked like a little bit of contact, but nothing to warrant a foul.
Jalissa Stokes with the ball. Outside to Ramthin. And Amaya Blake now. Back to Stokes. And a good drive there by, I believe it was number 34, Alex Wolf.
Alex Wolf, the freshman, along with Morgan Ramthin, 2 young freshmen on this team, as was a great job by Kat Schmidt to continue her impressive stretch here.
Yeah, this UMSL team is fairly young. Their starters, mostly freshmen and sophomores, just 1 senior. Good to see such young players gaining more minutes and gaining more confidence in this game. Stokes pulls up, sinks it. Score now even at 13.
And the more confidence these young players get, great pass inside.
Great pass inside there by Badali to Courier.
And with the confidence of these freshmen and sophomore, they're going to get better. So while the Tritons are struggling this season, they're looking to have a much better program coming forward.
Ramthin.
Tries
Good
to force
rebound.
it. Badali.
Up court quickly, but out of bounds. UMSL's going to inbound here. Shanton Brown, number 23, for the Flyers, enters the game.
Their first time out of the game.
Pretty close match so far. Really liking the offense of both teams. UMSL seeming to slow theirs down a little bit more,
Yeah.
whereas the Flyers are looking to run a quicker offense. Nothing wrong with either of those. Still scores 15-13, Flyers leading. Lots of great hustle, great vision, I must say, especially for the Flyers. Just really good looks by both Badali and Hilber, both guards just looking up the floor immediately the second that they get the ball.
It's the passing that has allowed them to maintain control of the game. And while the Tritons are slowing down the offense, it's the Flyers picking up the pace and leaving the Tritons kind of confused in transition that's allowing them to score these quick in the paint points.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And head coach for the Flyers, Keisha Newell, what a first season so far for her. Just great part of the Flyer family. So happy that she's here and helping these girls out. Seems like I've talked to quite a few of the players and they just absolutely adore her. They've said that they've already learned so much and, you know, going to practice isn't a drag. They enjoy being there. They have so much fun, both on and off the court as a team. I know they had some pretty great bonding experiences. A few months ago, they had some sort of a petting zoo going on at one of their teammates'
Really?
houses. Yeah, just for some team bonding and seeing all their pictures and photos and videos. It looked so fun, and they're definitely a very close-knit group of girls, such great role models for younger players as well. So just a really fun group to watch.
And considering their difficult regular season last year, to
Yeah.
have a much better regular season this season, winning
Right.
fixes everything.
Exactly.
So-
What a great turnaround for this Flyer team. Outside to Stokes.
Shania Lubbard, pass out to Stokes. Pop up. Great shot by Stokes. Let's see if the Flyers continue their offense in quick transition passes.
Courier with the ball. Shanton Brown, good recovery. Picks up a dribble outside to Hilber. Badali's going to look to reset quickly here with 9 seconds on the clock.
Calls a play.
She's going to pull up from beyond the arc.
And great shot.
Great shot there by Badali, making a great call, taking it herself. And that's Amaya Blake, number 12, with the ball. And that's going to fall and one. Amaya Blake will head to the line for the three-point opportunity for the Tritons. UMSL fell on Saturday to University of Indianapolis, 53-58, but what a close match that was, and it does not fall there for Maya Blake, but on Saturday she recorded 12 points against the Greyhounds.
Good attempt by Kat Schmidt in the paint. Great vision again by Badali.
Stokes with the ball, almost a steal by Badali, but Amaya Blake will keep it. And
Gets a
there it
hand
is
in
for
there.
Badali. Back up court quickly to Shantan Brown, who scores an easy 2 points. Stokes with the ball now. Number 15, Parker Stratford with the ball.
Morgan Ramthun holding it out on the arc. Gets it inside. Shania Lubbard drives but can't get it to fall.
There is a foul on the play. Looks like it will be on number 33, Lily Courier, her first. And UMSL will inbound from the backcourt. Number 22, Shania Lubbard.
Out to Ramthun. To Stokes. Shania Lubbard.
Rampton back to Amaya Blake,
Pull
who
up jumper.
sinks the shot there for the Tritons.
Shania Lubbard, the senior.
Good patience there by UMSL, not forcing a play. There's 11 seconds left in this first quarter. Badali with the ball. Back to Hilber. Hilber will drive, pick up, and she scores.
And those are her first points of the game.
Great first quarter there for the Flyers. Score 22-19. Both teams doing really well, showing a lot of effort.
Yeah, that's the equal. It's how much effort both teams are putting in.
Exactly.
They came to play, both of them.
And we will be right back with the second quarter. You're watching Lewis University Television Network. And we are back now, this second quarter. UMSL versus Lewis. Score 22-19. Stokes with the ball for UMSL. She drives, does not fall, and that ball is out of bounds. It will stay here. UMSL 2 inbound.
Both of these teams seem like they want to stay in the paint. All the passing seems to be going in, and I'm wondering if either of these teams is going to pull the trigger to start shooting, or are they just going to still play smart basketball, high percentage shots?
Yeah, it seems like both teams have a lot of key players that like to drive inside. Number 21, Ramthin, back to Stokes. Shot clock is at 6.
Deep shot from
shoots,
Stokes.
and that's going to go out of bounds for a Flyer ball.
What? There's a foul?
One official is saying there was a touch. Seems like he could have had the better angle.
I'm not sure I agree with that.
From up here, it does not appear that there was a touch, but And Coach Newell, she's pleading right now that there was no touch. It is still early on in this match.
It doesn't seem like his call. He's not even by the baseline. Jump ball.
That's a jump ball there. It's going to stay with the Flyers. Badali with the ball. Out to Galuza. Back to Kat Schmidt. Hart to Shanton Brown. Badali picks up the ball again. Brown into Stephanie Hart. Great pass there. Does not go. Good look by Shanton Brown. Flyers back quickly on defense. And he's going to call a foul on number 23, Shanton Brown. Seems like there was just a little bit of contact. Brown with her second foul. Blake is going to re-enter the game for UMSL. Number 22, Shania Lubbard at the line. Comes up short on that first free throw.
We're going to have some subs coming in.
Lindsay Harrison and Grace Hilber onto the court for the Flyers. First time number 3 Harrison's going to see the court tonight.
Now their height's in. Both Lindsay Harrison and Kat Schmidt are both 6 foot, so they're going along with this inside the paint high percentage shots. And as the passing has already been so great, I think it's a great move.
Galuza outside. Back to Hilber. With 8 seconds on the clock, Hilber out to Stephanie Hart.
Kat Schmidt.
Kat Schmidt to shoot. And rebound there by Ramthen. Back to Amaya Blake. And Olivia Mason has the ball now for UMSL. Good movement here by UMSL. Ramthen. Out to. That ball goes out of bounds. And it will be Flyer ball to inbound. Galuza, the ball carrier now. Hilber to Harrison, back to Galuza. Galuza looks to drive. She keeps it herself, makes quite a bit of contact. Number 11, Olivia Mason, not happy about that call.
Taylor Galuza at the line. She was 6 for 3 behind the arc last game and 12 points. What a great effort they had last game against Missouri S&T.
Yeah, making a really good comeback after their tough loss to Drury. That unfortunately did snap their 7-game win streak, so looking to restart that streak here tonight.
Taylor Galuza makes the second.
Amaya Blake with the ball.
Getting pressured from Galuza.
Outside to Mason. And we have another foul on the Flyers. Number 3, Lindsay Harrison. That is the team's third, Harrison's first. Blake with the ball now. Out to Morgan Ramthen. And number 1, Shea Delaval enters the match for UMSL. Amaya Blake pulls up, And scores. Scores now 24-22. Flyers still lead. Catchment quickly with the ball. Good move there. Does not go. She gets the rebound, but falls again. Umsel up with the ball. Mason. Now Ramthlin back to Mason. Great coverage here right now by Lindsay Harrison. Number 24, Kira Stewart, having trouble finding the ball. And that is blocked. Good recovery there.
The Flyers defense has been fantastic that possession.
Yeah, looking right now inside the paint, Lindsay Harrison, number 3, doing such a great job covering number 24, Kira Stewart. Did not have any opportunity to get the ball.
And she's not being over aggressive. She's just using her presence and her body to prevent anything inside.
Yeah, what a good matchup that will be tonight. Number 3, Harrison, and number 24, Kira Stewart. Galuza with the ball to Stephanie Hart inside. Back to Harrison. Good shot fake there. And it falls. Great work by number 3, Lindsay Harrison.
Work in the paint's fantastic.
Amaya Blake now for Umsel.
Badali on the defense.
Good rebound there by Grace Hilbert. Quickly up court to Badali. Looking to slow things down a little bit. Umsel ends up with the ball.
Badali late on transition.
Amaya Blake. She is blocked, but there is going to be a call on the play.
Seems like a late call.
Number 3, Lindsay Harrison, quickly picking up her second foul.
I
She
agree
opens
with
her
her
mouth.
frustration.
Yeah, opens her mouth in a bit of disbelief. From up here, it was hard to see, but not sure Harrison agrees with that foul. Looks like coach is going to look to have number 33, Courier, re-enter the match for Harrison just to play it safe. Harrison playing so well right now in the second quarter. Does not want to have to leave the match too early. Good rebound there by Harrison. Badali. Out to Galuza, to Hart. Flyers going to look quickly to reset. Badali with the ball. .12 on the shot clock. Good pass by Badali. Harrison. She's going to pick up her third. That is a charge.
I am in genuine disbelief.
Yeah, and a really unfortunate number of fouls here. Lindsay Harrison picking up 3 in just 2 minutes.
Frustrated is a word you could use.
Yeah, and with Courier already at the table looking to enter the match, just really unfortunate that Harrison picks up a third foul in that moment. Good steal there by Galuza. She's going to slow things down. Badali inside to Courier. Gets some contact. She'll head to the line. Great work there by the Flyers.
And Galuza to have the vision to see that happening.
Yeah, really smart play there. Galuza could have taken it herself and drove to the hoop, but decided to stop a minute and look behind and see who she had. Ends up Courier drawing the foul. She'll shoot. Yeah, it's so important, Colin, to hold off on drawing those fouls.
Absolutely.
It's hard to prevent, but as a player, you got to just do everything that you can on defense, on offense, you know, really making sure you have your feet set, your arms up. Harrison, I want to say on her half that a couple of her fouls seem just a little soft, but if officials are going to call them, you got to be aware of that right away. So
it feels like her fouls against her have just been purely just basketball play.
Exactly.
Nothing egregious.
Nothing outrageous, nothing harsh.
Just
That last one, not quite sure if, I think it was on number 4, maybe Stokes, could have been another Umsel player. Not sure if her feet were totally set on that charge, and seemed like there was quite a bit of movement as well. So.
And if it's on the cell of the charge, then that's a great cell, but it just doesn't seem like she had time to set her feet.
Yeah, just some really great basketball being played, but Flyers got to be a little bit more careful with their fouls. They are at 5, also with 2. Don't want to get into foul trouble so early in the match. But some great basketball, 26-22. Looking at our stats right now, leaders in scoring, number 35, Kat Schmidt with 7, number 12, Amaya Blake Umsel with 10, and Courier at the line right now. She has 4 points. The first does not fall.
The second one finds its way in. The dolly. Hilber baseline. On the ground penalty, and the ground foul. The dolly on the inbound.
Number 42, Stephanie Hart with the ball. Looks inside to Courier, who pulls up.
Couldn't get that one to fall.
And number 24, Kira Stewart, rebound, and now Stokes with the ball. Looks outside to number 3, Tori Standifer, who's seeing the court for the first time.
If I'm not mistaken, we haven't seen Kat Schmidt in this quarter, have we?
I think she was on the floor to start the quarter. Seems like she's getting a little bit of a breather on the bench right now. Don't believe she's in any foul trouble. Must be just taking a breath. Galuza draws contact. She'll head to the line for the Flyers.
Also foul number 4, Jalissa Stokes. Her first, the team's fifth.
Stokes for his foul.
2 shots.
Galuza misses the first free point. Makes the second. Despite their issues this quarter on offense, they're able to maintain the lead that they've had.
Yeah, they definitely want to start looking to have a few more scoring run. They've had quite a few opportunities. Good rebound there by Courier. Hilberg is going to look to run a quick offense for the Flyers.
Vidali
pulls up. Good rebound by Stephanie Hart, muscling her inside. She gets it to Hilber. Hilber for 3. It's good. Great job there by Stephanie Hart, giving her team the second chance. Gonna force a timeout.
Umsel's coach Vaughn voicing a bit of displeasure with Kira Stewart.
Yeah, it seems like Hilber had quite a bit of space, quite a bit of time there looking to shoot, and as well as not a tough challenge for number 42, Stephanie Hart, but doing her best, just finding great space on the court and muscling her way inside for the rebound.
And it just goes to what we saw in the first quarter. They're passing. They look to pass first.
They definitely do, yeah. Really selfless team, these Flyer girls. Always having each other's back, always helping each other out on the court, looking to get everyone into the match, getting everyone points, everyone rebounds. Just really great team effort overall.
Absolutely.
And Kat Schmidt's gonna step back onto the court for the Flyers.
It's a shame that Harrison is in the foul trouble that she is, because the two of them together on the court is, they have so much control over the paint.
Yeah, really dangerous duo they are, but Harrison will take a break for now, probably re-enter the match I would assume, pretty late in this game.
Galuza gets the rebound.
Takes it herself, draws a lot of contacts. I was gonna say surprised there if the ref did not make that call, but he does. Number 12, Amaya Blake. That's just her first. Galuza to the line. Galuza's such a quick player. She will be the type of player to draw a lot of contact because she likes to drive so much. So great toughness from her.
And she's not the strongest player. She's not going to beat you on strength, but she is scrappy. She will
really
force
is.
you to beat her, and that's how you draw fouls, and she's so good at doing that.
Flyers now with their biggest lead of the night, 33-22. Blake with the ball for Umsel. Outside to Stokes. Good movement there. Number 3, Tori Standifer. Back to Blake. Carey, a really good defense right now, denying any opportunity. That's deflected. Back to Blake. She'll look to shoot, and she makes it. Good
Galuza got a
recovery.
hand on that pass, but
Just not
unfortunate.
quite enough, but yeah, good defense, good look. She's going to shoot now.
And she's made up for
Sinks
it.
Just loving the confidence there. Number 12, Galuza. No hesitation. Far beyond the arc. Great look there.
Pop up.
And Umsel will get their own rebound. Number 4, Stokes drives, stops and pulls up quick, and that falls.
That's impressive in-air movement.
Yeah, great awareness, great agility with her body. Hilber drives quickly. Good look there by Grace Hilber. And that will be a jump ball. Umsel will inbound.
Great job by Padali just to force Morgan Ramtham to stop and pause and getting that jump ball.
And Blake to inbound now for Umsel. Outside to Stokes. Blake and Stokes, such a great dynamic duo, really leading their team in all aspects on the court right now with both 15 and 7 points.
Ooh, Badali forced it a little bit.
Yeah, that's a unfortunate giveaway there by Badali. Been so good so far on offense. Just maybe wanting to look to slow down a little bit more.
And with the lead that they have, they don't need to be forcing plays like that. There's no pressure on them. Just maintain control.
Yeah, with such great vision like hers, I'm sure the idea was there. Just the execution failed a little bit. And that's number 21, Morgan Rantham. She scores for Umsel. Coach Newell a little bit upset. Thought there should have been a call there.
It looked like traveling.
It did, but I'm thinking it was possibly hit out of her hands by, I believe it was 13 Badali. And Hart with the ball beyond the arc. Looks inside. Galuza, great pass. Gets contact, gets her own rebound. Stripped away. And now number 4, Stokes, going to look to slow things down and end this first half. And Colin, what have you seen so far that's impressed you from the Flyers and the Tritons?
Along with their team play, each of these girls individually isn't one-dimensional. Kat Schmidt is as big as she is. She's so agile. As when Morgan Ramtham was driving to the paint, she was able to stay with her as quick as Morgan Ramtham is. And Taylor Galuza driving to the paint, drawing fouls, but also not being afraid to pull the trigger beyond the arc.
Yeah, such great key players on this Flyer team. Unfortunately, Kat Schmidt there picks up another foul. She seemed a bit in awe of that call. I as well. A little bit shocking, but if these officials are going to look to call a lot of fouls, these players definitely going to want to be careful on both sides. There's 1 second left on the clock. That's a long shot by Galuza. And it is halftime. Score is 38-30. Flyers lead. You're watching Lewis University Television Network, and we'll be right back. Hello and welcome back to the second half. You're watching Lewis University Television Network, your Flyers versus the University of Missouri St. Louis Tritons. Flyers will start out with the ball. Scores 38-30. Flyers lead. Number 32, Hilber, pulls up just short. That's number 4, Jalissa Stokes with the ball for UMSL. She kicks it outside to number 11, Olivia Mason. Rampton with the ball, picks up her dribble. Back to Stokes, out to Blake. Blake with the shot off the glass and in.
It's a great effort.
Stephanie Hart with the 2 points added there. Great job by her getting inside.
With the hook shot.
Olivia Mason out to Stokes. And that ball will go out of bounds. Flyers to inbound.
It was a good look, but Stokes had a little too much on it.
Dolly with the ball for the Flyers.
Double screen. But now he draws a foul on Stokes.
Beluza to inbound. She gets that ball to Kat Schmidt.
Stolen out of Galuza's hand. A bit quick from Schmidt.
Stokes with the ball. And there is a foul on the play. Number 13, Jenna Badali. Just her first foul. Another foul on the play there. That's going to be on
Galuza.
just Galuza's first foul. Rampton outside to Stokes. Kicks it out to Blake, back to Mason. Inside now, number 24, Kira Stewart. Haven't heard her name a lot tonight.
She's been such a presence higher up for these screens and looking for these, for Stokes and for Rampton to drive to the basket. It's nice to see that they're trying to play now for her.
Yeah, and honestly haven't heard her name a lot tonight because the Flyers are doing such a good job with their coverage on her. Stephanie Hart there.
She gets her own rebound.
Great
out
job.
to Badali.
And Badali, 4-3, she makes it. Great team effort there by the Flyers.
What a great effort by Hart there. Sees the shot is short, gets her own rebound. Out to Badali.
Yeah, the senior with such great leadership all over the floor, both on and off the court. Really great play there by her. And number 4, Jalissa Stokes drives inside for UMSL, keeping her game. Keeping her team in this game.
Amaya Blake and Joseph Stokes have been the dynamic duo.
Yeah, and there's Stokes there. She comes up with the ball. Great steal by her. Drives to the hoop. That's going to be a foul. Number 42, Stephanie Hart.
I think that's a good foul. With Kat Schmidt late to the possession, stopping 2 points.
And that's going to be a substitution for the Flyers. Courier enters the court. Hilber will take a break for a second. And Tara Galuza to enter the match for her sister Taylor.
An even trade, Galuza for Galuza.
Yeah. Can't imagine ever playing on the same court as my sister, but talked to them about it before and really enjoy it, so. Great duo on this Flyer team for sure. Jalissa Stokes does not make her first. Sinks the second. Score 43-37 Flyers. Jenna Vidali handles the ball. Out to Taragaluza. Badali. Great move there by
Great vision.
Courier. Great pass. Kat Schmidt. What a great connection between both Courier and Kat Schmidt. Really great pass.
She snuck that in.
She really did. Just so seamless. Made it look easy. Stokes out to Mason. 21 Ramthen calling for the ball in the paint. Does not get it. Stokes back to Blake. Outside to Mason. Does not go. Great rebound there by number 15, Parker Stafford.
What a great block.
And again, good effort there by Umsel. So much effort. Keeping that ball on their half of the court. They will inbound. Stokes with the ball. Ooh, Flyer bench upset with the contact made there with Galuza and Stokes, but do not get a call.
It's so strange how they've called such soft fouls and then genuine contact they'd leave alone. The Valley short on her shot. Lewis presenting press.
Yeah, with Umsel tightening this deficit, Flyers definitely going to want to look to press a little bit more. Good pass there, outside to Ramthen. Shot will not go. Courier will rebound, get the ball out to Jenna Badali. Move it quickly up court to Taragaluza. Good shot fake there. She's going to drive, draws the foul, and she'll head to the line.
Great foul. And it's great that Lewis is starting to press because you don't want them to get comfortable with a lead and just give it up. It's good that they have the awareness to want to maintain control of the game that they've controlled so well.
Yeah, and with just a 2-possession lead, they're really just going to want to look to increase that and decrease any chance of the Tritons.
First free throw goes in for Tara. And she'll get 2.
She sinks both. Good job there by Galuza. Free throws, such an important part of the game. You might not think about it, but just easy points.
Mm-hmm. You can lose by not making your free throws, and you can win.
Yeah, it can really make or break a game. So good job there by Galuza getting both. And Stokes out to Amaya Blake. And number 1, Shea Delaval back into the game. And
Kat Schmidt.
Umsel is blocked by number 35, Kat Schmidt. Great defensive effort. Taragaluza stops, pulls up back to Kat Schmidt. Looks for the 3, does not go.
Poked out.
And good hustle there.
Stephanie Hart being a little coy, being a little tricky.
And another defensive effort there. And it is a jump ball. It's going to stay with Umsel. And Taragaluza just doing a great job, making her presence known on the court. Had 2 great defensive plays, sunk both free throws.
Absolutely.
Great job there by Galuza.
It really was an even trade. Galuza for Galuza.
Yeah, and she's just such like a sneaky player coming off the bench, such a key part of the team. You may counter out for a second. She's gonna come back in that game in your face.
And in a way that she's not filling up the stat sheet, but she's being
such
tricky.
Such a low-key, kind of player, but comes in and makes such a great impact on the team. Really fun to watch, especially when both sisters on the floor. Yeah, and so far something that both teams are definitely going to want to look to clean up is just the silly fouls, especially if these officials are going to be calling a lot like they have been so far in this game. You're really going to want to tighten up on your defense as well as your offense. And Lindsay Harrison fell victim to those silly fouls early on in the match.
Absolutely.
She picked up 3 in just a couple of minutes in the second quarter. We're probably going to see a little bit more of her as the game goes on, but...
And the fouls were such basketball play. Nothing overt, just her being in the paint, causing a presence.
Yeah, and, both coaches looking a little bit upset with the officials at some of the calls being made, but that is just part of the game,
Yep.
so you will have to play through it. It's, tough, but
It's an unfortunate obstacle that you have to play around.
yeah, most definitely. And it happens in every sport, so just a part of the game again. And Umsel with the ball, number 21, Ramthen.
She's been quiet today.
She has. She's made quite an impact in their previous matches, but today haven't heard much of her name. Doing a good job playing her key role, but not racking up much on the stat sheet. There is a foul.
Foul on Badali. Some contact on the drive.
Yeah, just her second foul, but again, going to want to be really careful.
Ramthen on the inbound.
Blake with the ball now. Good turn. Picks it up. And that goes.
It falls.
Great footwork there by Amaya Blake, number 12 for the Tritons.
And she has been the main source of offense for this Tritons team.
Yeah, she really has. Looking at her stat sheet right now, she has 17 points for the Tritons. Or excuse me, 19 points.
Short from Schmidt. Ramthen with the rebound.
And Ramthen will gather that ball up. Flyers are going to look to have a couple of substitutions in this third quarter. Blake with the ball now. Back to Ramthen. She drives. Looks
Palpatine
back
3.
outside to Stokes.
Badali playing great defense.
Badali doing a good job of keeping her feet. And number 24, Kira Stewart, just such a tough player to defend. She has such great strength and such height that going up for the ball, it's going to be tough for anyone other than her to end up with it.
And she uses her size so well, not just in the paint, but creating opportunities with pick and rolls and just
Definitely
being a body.
a really good key player again for this UMSL team. And she is a senior, so going to be tough to fill her shoes after this year, but no doubt this young UMSL team will be able to do so.
And the substitutions were Grace Hilber and Harrison in.
Yeah, good to see Harrison back onto the court. Again, played really well in the first two quarters, but ran into a bit of foul trouble, so hopefully she'll stay clear of that now late in this game. That is a foul on the play. Number 12. Taylor Galuza is fouled.
We traded again, Tara for Taylor.
Yes. Number 12, Amaya Blake, picking up her second foul, team's third.
Again, Taylor Galuza drawing fouls, being scrappy. She's not afraid to put the body first.
And she makes her first. And she ends up with both free throws. Blake with the ball for UMSL. Flyers running a press here. Good call by their coach, making sure she can keep this UMSL offense on their toes. Blake with the ball again. Out to number 1, Shea Delaval. Now ends up back in the hands of Stokes.
Great tip.
And that ball is touched. And a quick shot there. It will go off the board.
Shot clock violation.
That ball did not hit the rim. Flyers will inbound.
And it really seems like any time that Morgan Ramthen gets the ball, she gets swallowed up immediately.
Yeah, Flyers doing a really good job of making sure they have a lot of coverage on her. She is known to be a pretty good shooter for this UMSL team, so great job there on defense. Kat Schmidt with the ball now. Out to Stephanie Hart. With a bit of room here. Out to Hilber. And pass there by Hilber to Harrison. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Hart to shoot. And that ball falls.
That's a great shot. That's great offense.
Yeah, really lucky to have Harrison back on the floor for the Flyers, creating such good opportunities for her teammates. And great look there by Stephanie Hart, number 42, the senior. Yeah, and looking at the defense of the Flyers now, you can definitely tell they're thinking quite a bit more
Yep.
on their toes. They definitely don't want to pick up any more fouls, especially 3 Harrison, but still doing a good job.
They're much more disciplined.
Yeah, I imagine that was definitely something that their head coach, Keisha Newell, touched on in the locker room.
Harrison is playing so well on Kira Stewart.
Rebound there by Stephanie Hart. Hilber with the ball, looking to run a quick offense again. She pulls up. That does not go. Rebound, number 24, Stewart.
And it's great to see the Kat Schmidt-Harrison duo that they haven't had for most of the game because of the foul trouble that Harrison got in early, which, again, not awesome calls.
Yeah. And
Harrison getting in the way.
Good job getting in the way there, but Umsel ends up with it. That ball is tipped. And number 1, Shea Delaval, making the presence on the court for Umsel. Stephanie Hart, number 42. She drives it, takes it, doesn't like what she sees. Out to Harrison. Harrison, that ball is going to go out of bounds, and Flyers will keep it off of the hands of number 24, Stewart.
And then left, it's 52 Flyers, 45 Tritons. Your lead has stayed about the same the entire third quarter.
And there's 10 on the shot clock. Hilber with the ball. She's going to run it down. Out to Hart, back to Harrison, who looks. And that is a steal, number 12, Amaya Blake.
About 20 seconds separates the shooting clock and the game clock. There will be another possession. But the Tritons are taking their time.
Yeah, Triton's not afraid to slow things down right now. Looking to gather themselves a bit before heading into this final quarter. Trying to get a couple more points on the board. And Stokes pulls up. Good job there by Stokes. Score now 45-54. And Galuza will run this Flyer offense and finish out the third quarter. Galuza with the ball, getting a little bit of contact. Hilber with the ball now. She shoots and scores. Such a clutch player. Number 32, Hilber. I don't know if there's another player that can do as well under pressure as she does.
That makes 8 points for Grace Hilber and 4 assists. She's had a all-around great game.
Yeah, she really has. Not just a great game, but a great season. Started off a little bit iffy. Actually making contact. I think she had a broken nose towards the beginning of this Flyer season during practice. Took an elbow to the face from a teammate.
Yep.
You know, she was pulling off the Kobe Bryant mask for a short period of time. She made it look good. But, you know, that didn't slow her down at all. She was playing fierce regardless of her injury. Actually just hit a really important career milestone, 1,000 points.
So impressive.
So impressive, and I am not surprised. I've had, you know, quite a few classes with Grace Hilber, and she's just such a hard worker in every single aspect of her life. So, of course, she would be the player to hit that milestone on this team, and it's just so much fun to watch her, and wishing her the best after this season. Not sure what is looking in her future with possibly a potential 5th year. Haven't really touched on that with her, but wouldn't be surprised as well.
And I think the great thing about this iteration of these Flyers is how much it matters to them.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. They put so much heart and just effort into their game. And their coach, Keisha Newell, just really lit a fire underneath them. And being in her first season, what a great first season to start.
Absolutely.
Just a great role model for these girls, and such an awesome person to be around. So much fun.
And it's great that these girls have adapted to a new head coach and being willing to take leadership from someone new, and it's worked out fantastic.
Yeah, that can be a really difficult thing, and that's a great point, Colin. Starting off and, you know, not knowing, not ever having played underneath this head coach, it can be a little bit scary, but she just makes it easy, and this team's playing really well. And Flyers will have the ball again. Hilber. Back out to Badali. She's going to fall.
Oh.
And there's a bit of an injury right now. And she's going to try to walk it off a little bit. Seems like she potentially rolled her ankle, but Such a tough player, Jenna Badali. Really unfortunate to see, hoping she is all right.
She is really favoring that right leg.
Yeah, limping off the court. She's definitely going to get checked out by the athletic trainers. Hopefully just take a breath and recover. Tweaking an ankle is such a strange injury to have as an athlete because, you know, 1 second it can hurt like crazy and the next just you're fine.
Yep.
So hopefully, again, that's the instance here for Badali.
And ankle injuries can plague an athlete for so much longer than you anticipate.
And that's going to be a jump ball.
Again, anytime Morgan Rantham has a ball, she gets swallowed up immediately.
Yeah, Flyers doing a good job marking her on D. And Kira Stewart will inbound.
Amaya Blake, 19 points. Looking to make it 21.
Good move there by Stokes, but doesn't fall. And rebound there, and that's going to be another foul. Harrison picking up her 4th, if they do in fact call it on her. It looks like they're actually going to call it on number 35, Kat Schmidt.
And while not great, you are happy as Harrison.
A little bit, yeah. As you know, it is an unfortunate call. Harrison looked up a little bit.
Frustrated.
Look of little worry, too, as well, if that call was going to be on her. But it is not on her. It's on teammate Kat Schmidt. But, again,
Harrison subbed out for Lily Courier, who has had her own good game.
Yeah,
she's been everywhere.
Such a tough player and really fun to watch again. Just, I definitely enjoy her defensive game with how disciplined she is while boxing out and getting her arms up and going for rebounds, but she's just a fun player to watch on offense as well. So, and here's Courier with the ball now. Back to Schmidt, out to Galuza.
Great pass
Good
by Galuza.
pass. And a really great finish there by Kat Schmidt. Keeping composure and just going up with it with a lot of confidence.
Having the body control to be full speed. And
exactly. And Flyers
finish
do
that play.
lead 56-48. And Stokes has the ball now out to number 11, Olivia Mason, back to Stokes. She's going to go for a deep 3, and it does not go. Hilbert picks up the rebound.
With the absence of Badali, Hilbert's now running point.
Courier gonna go for it. It does not go. And Stokes with the rebound there. Stephanie Hart quick back on defense, but settles down, looks for coverage, doesn't have it. That doesn't go. Seems like there's a bit of a miscommunication there between the Flyers, but fortunately they do not lose any points there. And Hilbert's gonna slow things down and reset. Courier to Kat Schmidt, to Hart. Hart will drive. Back to Courier. Doesn't go. Unfortunate. And
she's frustrated.
yeah, clearly showing a bit of frustration. Just looked like she needed to take just one more second, gather herself before shooting that ball, but so with the ball now. Amaya Blake takes it herself, loses it, picks it back up, out to Ramthen, and that's a foul. I believe it's going to be on 42, Stephanie Hart. Curious to see what these officials call. It is on Hart. That is her 3rd foul.
Here's Stewart sub down for Parker Stafford, a junior out of Kansas City, Missouri.
And that ball is touched out of bounds. It's going to stay with Umsel. Good hustle there by Galuza.
Yep. She had that steal earlier. She has great vision on defense.
And 21 Ramthen to inbound. Stokes with the ball, 12 on the shot clock. Finds a gap. That ball does not go, but they rebound. Blake with the shot, and it does fall. And Taylor Galuza with the ball now. Picks it up. And that is off the glass and in.
Timeout.
Galuza, funny reaction there to making that basket. She looks up at her coach, looks like she wanted her to go outside. Coach doesn't seem too upset about it, though.
No.
Hey, if that ball goes in the net, hard to be upset.
She looked almost shocked that the bank was open.
Yeah. And a good sign here. Badali is going to return to the floor.
Still got a hitch in her
Just
step.
a little limp, but jogging, so that's a great sign. Ankle injury is such a scary thing. Yeah, and so far, these teams doing pretty well. You know, just trying to avoid some foul trouble. Definitely looking to want to get some of those easier points. Courier looked a little bit upset with herself.
Yep.
Could have had a couple of baskets that just didn't go her way, but she did a great job gathering rebounds and helping push the team's offense. So just taking that, you know, final last breath before going towards the hoop. But great basketball being played right now. 58-50 Flyers lead. It is a close match, making sure not to count any team out, as watching the Lewis men play Drury the other night, going into overtime. They were down by quite a bit before that final few minutes, so and managed to go into overtime. Did lose by just 1 point, but again, never count any team out. These girls are going to fight down to the very last second. So,
and it's really the story of two offenses.
Exactly.
The Tritons have really played through just two players, while Lewis has done a great job of distributing the ball and getting assists. Lewis has 13 assists, while Missouri St. Louis only has 6. So
Yeah,
it's really
looking at the stats, as Colin was saying, really really just playing through two key players right now, both Blake and Stokes, with 21 and 17 points respectively. So gonna want to look to get more players involved. Parker Stafford picking up her second foul.
Umsel seems so comfortable letting Stokes and Blake take the ball in isolation.
Yeah.
Where Lewis is very much a pass-oriented team.
Ooh, tough look there. Number 12, Taylor Galuza, giving that ball away, looking for a teammate, 33, Courier. And number 12, Amaya Blake, out to number 11, Olivia Mason. She sinks that 3. And score now 58-53. Flyers definitely going to want to look to get more points on the board. That's a travel on 42, Stephanie Hart. And a good sign here, 13, Jenna Badali will return to the floor. Courier steps to the bench to take a quick break. Happy to see number 13 back.
Happy it was just a tweak and not a
something any serious.
Yeah. Game-ending injury or even season-ending.
And a good steal there by Badali. Number 11, Mason, on her back. Can't catch up. She keeps the ball. Badali back to Kat Schmidt. Out to Taylor Galuza. She asks Kat Schmidt to step inside, and she will take it herself, and she is fouled. We are not surprised. She's such a great player at drawing contact. She's not afraid to put her body first, and she heads to the line. And a couple of substitutions right now. Number 24, Kira Stewart, returns for UMSL.
Kat Schmidt getting a little direction. The game's getting towards the end. UMSL has stayed in it.
Yeah, both teams doing a good job staying locked into this game. It is a close match. And Galuza misses her second. Amaya Blake now, the ball handler for UMSL. Out to Stokes, back to Blake. Stokes again. Good pass inside, but can't get gathered. But Dolly ends up with it and hustles up the floor. She's gonna go. She draws contact and one.
And that's on a bad ankle.
And that is on a bad ankle. Good job there by Badali. Really scrappy play by her. It's going to force a timeout. Yeah, score now 61-53. Badali's such a good impact player, just makes a difference wherever she is on the floor. Not afraid to go up for that layup, knowing the contact is coming, and just showing such incredible strength.
And it's great that she's not afraid of the contact.
Exactly.
Some players are afraid of going hard because they don't want to get hurt, but Galuza's not afraid of the contact.
Yeah. Badali doing a good job there, and we've seen quite a few other scrappy plays from this Flyer offense and from this Triton offense as well, but really mainly being run right now by number 12, Amaya Blake, and number 4, Jalissa Stokes. 21 points and 17 points. Next teammate leading in points is Kiara Stewart, but just with 5. And rare for her because she usually gathers quite a few more points on the floor for the Tritons, but the Flyer defense is just all over her right now, whether it's Corey or Hart, whoever it may be, just doing a great job of denying her any entry, really. So most likely something that Coach Newell spoke with to her team prior to this match is just they're going to have to be disciplined.
Especially with the foul trouble that they're in.
Yeah. And the Flyers are 10-6 right now, and in conference they are 6-2. Also 5-9 and 3-5 in the conference. So pretty even matchup right now. And Badali's going to head to the line for the Flyers.
Looking to make it a 3-point play.
And she does.
And you can even see Badali still kind of has a small hiccup in her step, but she's out there.
Such a tough player. And that is Amaya Blake with the ball back to Stokes. Inside to Ramthen. Again, she's covered. And really amazing with the ball back to Blake, out to Stokes. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Flyers doing a good job keeping their feet moving. Hands are up, and Stokes going to go for it, and that ball does go.
It's a deep 3.
Such a clutch player she is.
And that's now 21 for Amaya Blake and 20 for Jalissa Stokes.
Both players really just not afraid to drive or shoot. That's going to be a ball. That's a giveaway there. Excuse me. Number 12, Amaya Blake, and Kira Stewart now sets the screen for number 4, Jalissa Stokes. She's going to drive, take it herself, and that ball does go. She is just on fire tonight. Such a hard player to defend. So quick, so agile. Keeping her team in this match for sure. It's 62-58, Flyers lead. And that's another giveaway. Ramthen, she's just going to play smart right now and slow things down a bit. Just 3 minutes, 30 seconds left in this game. Flyers need to clean up their defense as well as their offense.
Flyers
having a couple back-to-back silly giveaways. Coach Newell may consider taking a timeout if this ball does fall for the Tritons. Stokes has it, out to Ramthen.
Little Euro step.
She is fouled on the drive. And we'll head to the line. Flyers right now seemingly losing a bit of momentum. And at such an unfortunate point in this game. Hopefully after this quick breather and after the substitution, Courier returning to the court, hopefully looking to gather that momentum back up and start going again. And Ramthen makes her first. Her second does not go. Good rebound there, Taylor Galuza. She's gonna slow things down for the Flyers. Out to Badali. Back to Catchment. Looks for the 3. Does not go.
Ramthen with the rebound. That's her 8th rebound. And while she hasn't been able to score, she definitely has been a presence between steals and pick and rolls and rebounds. She's made her mark.
Stokes. And
that
again,
falls.
Back to back to back.
And the lead has now dwindled to 1 point.
Each possession in these past 3 that the Tritons have had, Stokes has ended up with the ball. Besides those 2 free throws made by Ramthen. Good rebound there by Hart. And Galuza is blocked by Stewart. Score 62-61. Tritons on the heels of the Flyers.
Flyers need to create a momentum swing here.
Blake. And that does fall for Amaya Blake. Flyers call the timeout. Just an abundance of energy from both the Tritons bench as well as in the stands. Such a good turnout for
Great
this
turnout.
UMSL team. Fans making the trip, not too far, but most definitely making a presence right now in Neil Carey.
What are you saying to your team if you're Coach Newell?
If I am Coach Newell right now, I'm making a smart choice and just having a word with my coaching staff before approaching my team, knowing that this team is probably feeling quite a bit of pressure right now. They need to gather themselves and hopefully talk amongst themselves just as the players. Right now I imagine she's saying something along the lines of, slowing down the offense. Not everything has to be so quick. They were seeing some sloppy giveaways that resulted in just trying to move a little bit too fast, as well as being more disciplined on defense, because there, as you see, Jalissa Stokes, she's not slowing down.
No.
It would be smart to have a lot of player coverage on her. Seems like she's open quite a bit of the time. Really going to want to look to, just face guard her maybe, because such a tough player showing so much grit and passion. So saying something along the lines of watching out for number 4 and just keeping your feet set, hands up, staying disciplined, doing the basics, going back to the basics.
Yep. Do what you've done.
Exactly. This Flyer team has done everything right up until this point, so hopefully they can turn it around right now. And not to discredit UMSL at all whatsoever. They've played a tough game as well, but really showing out right now in this last quarter. So
having the ability to stay in the game.
Yes. And just Stokes and Blake really showing so much effort. Such an incredible sight. But Dolly with the ball, she drives and is blocked. Number 4. We are not shocked. Jalissa Stokes, she ends up with it, has the ball now. Badali is locked in, not taking her eyes off that ball at all. Stewart, Courier. That ball doesn't go. Stephanie Hart, great job rebounding there, not letting that one go. She passes it out to Badali to Hilber. Hilber looking to slow the team down a little bit. Pulls up. That ball does not go, and Stewart with the rebound.
She's been short a couple times in those.
She has, and Stewart doing a good job finding her place on the court to end up with the ball. She's such a tough, strong player. And there is just 53 seconds left on the shot clock. And the Tritons are up by 1. This game, 5 seconds left on the shot clock. It's really coming down to the wire.
Travel.
And that is a travel on number 21. Ramthen looks so upset at her bench.
I think if you're Lewis, you need some designed plays.
Yeah, Coach Newell definitely going to give her team some instruction for these last few moments of the game. There is a 10-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. So there is still time for a couple of possessions, which, if you're Lewis, is pretty scary because such a close game that you need to be smart in these last few seconds.
And also, if you're Stokes and Blake, you want the ball.
Most
you want to be the one to take the final shot.
Most definitely. Such a clutch player, both of them are. Jalissa Stokes really showing out in these last few minutes of the game with 24 points.
Great game by the both of them.
Those two combined, really difficult to defend. And if you are the Flyers, I would not be surprised if their coach is telling them in these last few minutes that they need to absolutely be face guarded.
And I think what's important is neither of these teams are in the bonus. So you can foul on the ground here.
And that's a good point as well, Colin. Yeah, just 3 fouls right now.
To lose it on the inbound.
Number 42, Stephanie Hart. And a clutch shot there by the senior. Went up with some confidence, had her back to the net. Such a difficult transition on one foot to make.
That was a tough shot to make. Now, 4.9 seconds separates the game clock from the shooting clock. So this is going to come down to the very final seconds.
Yeah, and again, that's extremely nerve-wracking for both the Flyers and UMSL, who although trails by 1, obviously with a player like Stokes and another player like Blake, and
you have two options of players that
they have two huge, easy options right now. And Coach Newell right now giving her team some instruction in these last few seconds. Most likely just to stay disciplined on defense. Yep. No silly fouls necessary.
And also just kind of reassuring them, hey, we got this. We've played better than them all game. A couple mistakes, but we have this. We have the players to do this.
Yeah, and Coach Katie Vaughn probably telling her team similarly right now that they got this. They've gone on such an incredible scoring run, and number 21 Rampton will inbound, of course, to number 4 Jalissa Stokes. She has the ball now for the Flyers. Is guarded by number 42 Stephanie Hart. Gets help by Galuza, and that ball is in. Number 4. Such a fun player to watch. So much hype on that bench as well for their teammate. And even with help, Stephanie Hart and Galuza, just such a difficult player.
Yeah.
Just Jalissa Stokes is unstoppable at the moment.
Her ball handling has been great.
It has been great. Her footwork, her ball handling, her vision, her drive, the toughness, just an all-around standout player. Most likely team MVP of tonight's match.
Oh, absolutely.
And not to count out Amaya Blake as well, who has 23 points and
5 assists.
5 assists as well, leading the team in assists.
The two of them are responsible for 49 of their 65 points. It's a two-man show, two-woman show.
A two-woman show for sure. And Taylor Galuza will inbound this ball near the Flyers bench. And Catchment will get the ball for the Flyers. And shot clock is off, just 25 seconds left. They are down by 1. Such a nail biter this one is. Catchment with the ball now. Grace Hilber. She looks, pulls up, it doesn't go.
Some frustration.
Definitely some frustration here by the Flyers bench, and there's going to be a timeout called.
No, again.
Smart by UMSL calling that timeout the second they gain possession of that ball.
No bonus.
No bonus. So this is an open opportunity right now for the Flyers to get this ball back.
Yep. If you
play
can't,
some scrappy.
foul.
Yeah, definitely foul. Play some scrappy. Tough defense. And the energy is just so high on Neil Carey right now, but surprisingly, the UMSL fan presence
has been
so
amazing.
Strong, so fun. Believe that's a Jalissa Stokes family member looking at the sweatshirt with her last name on it. Most likely a mama, probably such a proud mom watching her just pop off.
Absolutely.
In tonight's game. And there was also a Triton birthday during halftime. Colin and I seeing the UMSL fans singing happy birthday to one of their players while they were warming up before the start of the second. And there's been quite a few nail-biting matchups, not just basketball, volleyball as well. Neil Carey has been such a fun environment this past weekend. You know, men's volleyball playing UC San Diego and winning in 4 sets, but that last set coming down to the wire, and I mean, players really stepped up when they needed to. And then Drury, also a nail-biter, the men losing in overtime by 1 point, but such a fun game to watch, regardless of the loss. So
The games have been so fun this weekend.
they have just always nice being on your home court. You know, it will be a tough loss if the girls do not come up with it tonight.
There's enough time.
But you know what? There's all the time in the world. 8.7 seconds on this game clock. It is an also possession.
I do think it's interesting that Stokes is actually a local resident.
She is. She is, you know, the hometown hero, I would say, most likely. So
From Joliet, not too far from here. Great that her family was able to get to see her on such a big night for her.
yeah, she went to Joliet Central.
And I'm sure that's helped in her performance
Oh,
tonight.
most definitely, yeah. Just, you know, although she's not from Lewis, if her team comes up with this win, I'm sure all of her Joliet family will be around to celebrate. So, and there is a foul there, a smart foul by number 21, Tara Galuza.
With almost no time off the clock either.
Yeah, quick, smart foul there, and UMSL will inbound near their bench. Number 21, Rampton. Number 24, Stewart, foul immediately by number 33, Courier. Coach Newell claps in approval. Not mad at her team at all right now for those fouls. And 35,
And now
Kat
we get
Schmidt.
to the line.
Stewart heads to the line. Again, she's been decently quiet tonight. She has just 5 points, but has 8 rebounds, leads the team in rebounds.
She could come up huge here and put the game away.
Really big for number 24. And that first one does not go. It's so difficult being at the line, being that player with the ball with just, you know, a 1-point lead, 7 seconds left in this game. It's huge amounts of pressure, so. And the second does fall. Again, just a one-possession game. Flyers definitely looking to draft up a quick play. Coach Newell right now with her clipboard and her marker. Yeah, and just a really close, surprisingly close game. With how the game was going in the first 2 quarters, I can't say I never saw it getting this close, but, you know, this UMSL team is just relentless, and specifically number 4 and number 12.
Yep. It's been them all day.
All day. Yeah, all over the board. Both players just racking up some really great numbers, but for the Flyers, it's a bit more even in just about every aspect, I would say. Leading the team right now in points is Taylor Gluza with 13, Jenna Bagali with 11, Kat Schmidt with 11, and then Hilber with 9. So pretty evenly split for them, but they're going to inbound right now. Taylor Galuza will inbound near the Flyer bench. She is guarded right now by number 4, Stokes. Gets the ball to Kat Schmidt, who picks up her dribble. Back out to Galuza, who drives. And that ball is in. Such a clutch play there by Galuza. Such a clutch play.
And we are going to overtime.
And can you believe it? Score 66-66. And we've said it from the very start. She's just not afraid to have any sort of contact. She just doesn't hesitate and goes right up, goes for it. And this is going to be an overtime match.
Wow.
Wow. And we will take a quick break, and we will be right back for overtime. You're watching Lewis University Television Network. Are back, folks, in Neil Carey Arena. Overtime, UMSL versus Lewis. UMSL winning the tip there. Number 24, Kira Stewart. And number 4, the star of tonight's show, Jalissa Stokes, ends up with it. Good pass there. And number 12, Amaya Blake, scoring the first 2 points in overtime for the Tritons. Another standout player so far for the Tritons tonight is Blake, with now 25 points. Stephanie Hart back to Badali. Badali holding the ball, getting it to Grace Hilber, who looks to drive, slows things down, pulls up, off the rim. Good save there. Smart play by number 42, Stephanie Hart, the senior, playing like a veteran player as she is, bouncing it off the leg and out of bounds of the UMSL players.
Great awareness.
Both teams definitely locked in. So much hustle and grit from each side. Hilber with the ball. She gets it out to Badali. 18 seconds on the shot clock. Badali out to Galuza, who steps out of bounds.
Wow. She is frustrated.
She is definitely frustrated. Really unfortunate there, stepping out of bounds.
You could see Coach Newell pleading with the ref on that out-of-bounds call.
Yeah, definitely going to want that one back, but going to have to move on. And there's a foul on the play. Number 32, Grace Hilber.
They went from calling everything to calling nothing to calling everything again.
Yeah, it's been a pretty back and forth match, I would say, tonight with the officials and their calling. Both sides showing a bit of frustration, both Coach Newell and Coach Katie Vaughn.
Jalissa Stokes misses her first free throw, which is interesting considering the night that she's had.
Yeah, she has really been such the impact player tonight for UMSL. Again, is from Joliet, so much.
Stokes gets possession. Lewis with their back against the wall.
For now, 66-69. 24, Kira Stewart out to 21, Ramplin. Back
Great
out
ball
to
movement.
Olivia. And Olivia Mason.
Six-point lead now, 72-66 for UMSL. 2:40 left on the clock. It is looking dire for Lewis here. To Stewart, pump fake.
And Grace Hilber coming up clutch there, adding 2 points for the Flyers. Score now 68-74. And number 12, Amaya Blake, the ball handler right now for the Tritons. And there's a collision there, an unfortunate play between both number 4, Stokes, and number 21, Ramthen, running into each other. The ball being sandwiched in between, goes out of bounds.
That's what Lewis needs.
That is very fortunate for the Flyers, as the score is 68-74, 2 minutes left in this overtime. I think this may be the Flyers' biggest deficit of the night. They've led and held this game so closely in their hands so far, but number 13, Jenna Badali, thanks the three.
It is now a one-possession game.
She has had quite a few so clutch, such clutch plays coming from her after tweaking her ankle in the third, so such tough grit from her tonight. Number 4, Stokes, good defense
Hilbert
by
playing
Hilbert.
really, really tight.
Hilbert keeping her feet, keeping number 4 Stokes in front of her. She's going to pull up for the jumper. It doesn't go. Good rebound there by Galuza. Taylor Galuza with the ball now for the Flyers. Pushing it up court quickly, not afraid to take it herself. Cat hit, rebound, 2 points added to the board for the Flyers. Now 73-74.
Minute left.
Just 1 minute left on the clock, 22 on the shot clock. Number 11, Mason with the ball now. Number 12, Blake.
Taking her
7
time.
on the shot clock. She's going to look to take it herself. So clutch. Blake and Stokes back and forth all night. The two of them just stars of the show.
Absolutely.
Such a fun game to watch tonight. So close, just a nail biter. 73-76. UMSL leads, and talking about this Lewis team, they really held the game in their hands for majority of the night, and it just seemed like in that last quarter, Stokes and Blake just completely popping off. So difficult to defend.
Yeah, UMSL never let the game get out of hand.
They didn't. You know, at moments, they were facing up to, I think, a 9-10 point deficit. I think Lewis's biggest lead of the night so far was 11 points earlier in the match, but clearly this team, this UMSL team, is unfazed. They've been locked in for the rest of the night.
And to come up short 2 games ago in the fourth quarter for UMSL, they don't want to let that happen again.
Yeah, and you know what? Their tough loss again on Saturday to UIndy. It was a close game. UIndy, again, a very talented team. So, and of course, the leaders for that match, Stokes and Blake, both with 12 points even. We're not surprised.
We're not surprised.
And this Neil Carey Arena is just so electric right now. And honestly, I must say that the UMSL fans are showing out far more than the Flyer fans, and that's probably mostly in part due to Stokes, star player, being from Joliet, going to Central, so family members in the stands. And Galuza with the ball now for the Flyers. She's trying to keep her feet. She finds Kat Schmidt on the outside, beyond the arc, and she sinks the 3.
Give it to her.
Such a clutch player. Such a clutch player, and she's had these moments before as well. Just so much confidence from both benches.
I love the bench. I love the crowd. They are hyping up Blake and Stokes so much.
Yeah, her family in the stands right now, dancing around, singing. They're loving this. And I mean, all the fans are loving this. Like, no one loves a nail biter more than family members of the players. Like, especially.
You live for it as an athlete, but you love watching it as a parent.
Oh my God, exactly. Yeah, such a pleasure to watch both of these teams battle it out tonight here. And Neil Carey scores even at 76. 36 seconds left in this overtime. Just 6.2 seconds separating the game clock and the shot clock, so there's time for another possession.
Yep.
Curious to see the outcome of this game.
And in a situation of a jump ball, Lewis would maintain possession.
Exactly, so go either way. And here we go. UMSL to inbound. And number 21, Rampton, will inbound right now. Blake pleading for it. Stewart gets it. Goes back into the hands of Rampton. She's going to run this UMSL offense. Good defense by Badali, keeping her feet set, staying low. Blake picks it up. Just 20 seconds left in this game. 13 on the shot clock.
To Stokes.
Stokes. And that ball is almost blocked. And Stephanie Hart ends up with it. Galuzzo with it now, looking to run a quick offense. Just 3 seconds left.
To Badali.
And we are going into another overtime. No one could have predicted this game. Neil Carey is absolutely crazy right now. The family members of Stokes pleading with everyone to get on their feet. And we will be right back for overtime number 2. And Neil Carey, you're watching Lewis University Television Network. And we are back, folks, in Neil Carey for overtime number 2. Amsel versus Lewis.
And this time, Kat Schmidt wins the tip-off of the second overtime.
Ball.
Stephanie Hart out to Galuzza.
To Galuzza. Taylor Galuzza.
Galuzza with the drive, and it goes in. This time, Lewis scores first in this overtime, as they overcame like a 7-point deficit to tie back up in the first overtime. They do not want to lose this game. Great ball movement by Umsel. Stokes with the ball, driving. Foul on the ground on Kat Schmidt. And Kat Schmidt has now fouled out as though the Courier takes her place.
Yeah, and a really unfortunate turn of events for the Flyers there.
Losing Schmidt's a tough loss, but Courier has been great in this game.
Yeah, she definitely has been, and she knows smart basketball, so coming into this match is really important so late in this game.
Miss Parker Stafford missed her first
wanna,
and missed a second.
And that was very fortunate there for the Flyers. Score 78-76, they lead at the moment. Badali keeps her dribble.
Blake is on her so well.
She really is.
Step for step.
Out to Galuzza. Galuzza drives, and that does not go. Good rebound there by, and that's going to be a foul.
A foul.
Stephanie Hart is called for the foul. She's pleading for the jump ball. And just so frustrating there for the Flyers as Umsel will now head to the line.
Some of these calls have been very questionable.
Yeah, definitely. And Rampton there misses the first. She's going to want that one back. Such a tight matchup right now.
You just can't afford to miss those
No.
now.
And I mean, unchallenged points like free throws just are so important. She's going to make the second one.
We were talking about earlier, you can win or lose.
And I mean, yeah, in such a close game like this, just 1 point. Could be tied right now, but Galuza with the ball. Good movement. Hilbert tries going back.
And they're not going to call a foul.
There was no foul there on number 24, Stewart, I believe. And with the height difference, really such a disadvantage Hilbert has there. And that shot
What
is
a block by
blocked.
Galuza.
Hilbert with the ball now. Looks to Stephanie Hart. Back out to Badali. Goes for 3, and that's short, but there is a foul.
On Rampton.
I believe that foul is going to be on, yes, number 21, Morgan Rampton. Grabbing onto Courier. She is going to, I believe.
Lewis isn't.
They are not, so it will stay with their possession. They're going to inbound. Galuza now with the ball. Back out to Hilbert. Pulls up. Doesn't go, but Courier is there. Makes good contact. And
She draws the foul.
Head to the line. Stewart picking up the foul. Just her second, team's third.
There's only been 3 points in this overtime.
And these free throws are going to be huge for number 33, Courier. She makes the first. And second one goes as well. Clutch
So,
by Courier.
80-77 Lewis.
Blake and Stokes teaming up in the backcourt. Both fully capable of handling the ball right now for the Tritons. Leading scorers in this game. Stokes back out to Amaya Blake. Shoots the 3, does not go. Rebound Stewart. Back out to Mason, back out to Stokes. 16 on the shot clock. Mason, Rampton in the paint. Now to Stewart, back out to Stokes. And that ball is kicked off the foot of number 32, Hilbert. It's going to stay with the Tritons right now.
Unfortunately, the shot clock resets.
And still a lot of time here on this shot clock.
Lewis has really clamped down on their defense in this
They
overtime.
have. And I mean, they have to because this game is so close. They cannot afford to leave any room. Number 4, Stokes, going to pull up deep beyond the arc. That's going to go off the glass, but Rampton goes up and is fouled. They're going to call that foul, I think, on number 33. Or excuse me, number 21. Number 12, Taylor Galuza. Just so much energy and chaos right now in this match. Both good and bad.
I can't imagine being on the court right now.
Yeah. And Rampton's gonna miss her first again. Tough miss there by the freshman. Being a freshman and being under this much pressure, she's doing all right so far, but she misses both free throws. But Stewart has her back and kicks it out to Stokes, and that ball will not go. And they're gonna call a foul.
A foul on Stewart.
I believe it will be on number 24, Stewart. There is a lot of confusion right now.
Some miscommunication. They're calling it now on Courier.
Number 33, Courier, who looks just so confused, as all of the Flyers do. And Coach Newell just extremely upset and confused at that call, as many of the fans are right now in Neil Carey. Really questionable there by the official. Jenna Badali, the captain right now, going to have a word with the official, trying to get to the bottom. Didn't seem like Courier was anywhere near the play. Seemed like it was between Galuza and Stewart, who's at the line shooting right now. And she makes her first. And she'll shoot her second here. Such easy points, but so difficult at the same time, free throws.
Courier gets to rebound.
Good job there by the Flyers. Rebounding this ball. They're going to want to get some points on the board here and play smart. No need to move so quick. And Taylor Galuza is going to reset some stuff. Galuza going up. And she is blocked. It's going to stay with the Flyers here. And Stewart right now, we hadn't said her name a lot all game, but really stepped it up.
Now she's showing up.
Yep. And gets the ball out to Hilber, who gathers it quickly, and it looks like she's going to move fairly quickly. Courier doesn't go, and Stokes ends up with it.
Coming down to just about a minute left.
And
Lewis still has a lead.
Stokes drives here. Easy points there for Jalissa Stokes, just a sophomore. But from Joliet, as her family is really loud in these stands right now, showing so much passion and energy for their player. Jenna Badali with the ball. And it's lost there, but she gathers it back up. Scores tied at 80, just 10 seconds on the shot clock. Grace Hilber running this ball right now. Pulls up, doesn't go. Really tough ball there. And Hilber really showing a lot of frustration right now. Having a tough game, but doing everything right. Just seems like it's not falling for her right now. And just the finish isn't there, but the effort, the grit, the idea is. So with just 30 seconds left in this game,
her shot selections have been good. She's on target. It's just not her night.
Yeah, and really unfortunate because such a great player she is. So, and the family of Jalissa Stokes right now is just so fun, so electric. Getting the fans involved, making everyone do the wave.
I love it.
Yeah, really fun to watch right now. And looking over at the Triton's bench, seeing just these players on their feet and just motivating their teammates. Looking at the Flyer bench, just seems like there's just quite a big difference between both of them. Just the seriousness over here on the left versus just the smiles and everything else on the right. I mean, rightfully so. They really battled their way, clawed their way back into this match. No one could have predicted it going this way. So every right held by the Tritons to smile and laugh a little bit here in this second overtime.
Absolutely. It's moments like these as an athlete that you absolutely love. The stress is immense, but
yeah, it's a thrill. It's panic and it's worry, but at the same time, it's just fun. And I mean, what a great matchup it's been. Couldn't have asked for a better game. Rampton with the ball now.
Stephanie Hart playing great defense on Stokes. Not letting her get the ball. Ten seconds on the shot clock. Rampton.
And Rampton's going to draw some contact there. It's not.
I don't know where the contact was.
Not quite sure who they're going to call this one on. I believe it would be Grace Hilber. No, it's
Galuza.
going to be number 12, Galuza. And with that, Rampton will head to the line. She's been a little bit iffy from the line tonight.
Has not been great.
But let's see what she can do here. She sinks her first. Big points there by number 21, Rampton, just a freshman from St. Louis.
If you're Lewis, you got to box out.
And that is her second free throw. She makes both. Clutch points there by the freshman. And Lewis will call a timeout, draft something up for their last play. And what a battle it has been here tonight in Neil Carey. Coming down to the wire once again. 13.5 seconds left on the game clock. No shot clock for this last possession. What a game. Words can't even describe it. We've seen just story after story being told. Lewis leading the game really strong early on and then losing a bit. And then just Stokes and Blake teaming up together,
Absolutely.
putting the team on their back. And then the clutch shot from Galuza in the first overtime.
Yep.
Just
And
unbelievable.
as you were saying, story after story, and everybody in this building in some capacity is watching this game.
Oh, absolutely. So many fans engaged. The family of Stokes has just been an absolute thrill to watch over there in the stands. And the players watching these men's teams.
They've been standing here for 20 minutes.
They are, yeah. They've been waiting and waiting and waiting, and every time we have a clutch player in overtime, they just, I don't even think they can believe it. And Jenna Badali for the Flyers is going to inbound. And she will be guarded by Jalissa Stokes, standout player of tonight.
She has now played 3 quarters on a bum ankle.
Yeah, that's another story to be told tonight. And Galuza, the clutch player for the first overtime with the ball right now. She's going up, draws contact.
Draws the foul.
She's not afraid of it. She's just not afraid of it. And her numbers are great from the free throw line. Maybe not tonight. Not quite sure what she's shooting from that line tonight. But in the past, she's been so clutch from the free throw line. Does not hesitate. Sinks her first.
Galuza is 10 for 12 from the line.
And she does not make her first, and it goes out of bounds, or her second, excuse me, it goes out of bounds. It's Umsel ball, 7 seconds left in the game. They are up by 1. And with that, of course, Lewis will full court press right now. Get the ball to number 11, Mason. Number 42, Stephanie Hart with the foul. Smart foul there. And with that, Hart will finish the game. That is her 5th foul. And Tara Galuza, 21, to enter for Stephanie Hart, the senior.
4 seconds left on the clock. These are integral free throws.
They really are. And Mason makes her first. Score now 81-83. Umsel lead. And she makes her second. Really clutch free throws there being made by Mason. Jenna Badali with the ball out to Galuza, who shoots, doesn't go, and Umsel's gonna win in 2 overtimes. Final score 81-84, Triton lead. And that is all from Neil Carey right now. You're watching Lewis University Television Network. Tough loss, but a great game.